Doc Loves the Kids, a local Kitsap County nonprofit organization established in 2015, whose mission is to provide activities, programs, and community support for at-risk youth.
They put the you in community.
Doc Loves the Kids.
Welcome to Uncommon Courtesy,
where we give you the courtesy of conversation
that's uncommonly spoke of.
I'm D-Mac.
I'm Wesley.
And this is the show. Hey, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for all our viewers. Don't forget to catch us every Friday, 7 p.m., Friday Fix. That's Pacific time. And don't forget to catch us on our Sunday show. We're still messing with the name a little bit. We still kicking stuff around. So the Sunday Town Hall, 1 p.m. Pacific time.
And make sure y'all pull up on us, man, for both of those two shows. Remember, Friday, we don't talk about no politics. Sunday, all politics.
Yeah, before we start, I'd like to say a rest in power to our brother, Mac Dundee.
Absolutely.
That was a tragic loss for our community, for our state also. And I just wanted to say our thoughts are with his family.
Absolutely, man. Real good dude, man. Solid dude. They don't make him like him, man. He will be sorely missed for sure.
And that man worked. You know what I'm saying? He stayed consistent in what he did. He made sure he was out there, and he put forth his dreams of what he wanted to do. Super real.
But let me jump off into this. Jack Smith's final say, takeaways from the special counsel's report. Special counsel Jack Smith's just released report provides fresh insights into his bid to hold Donald Trump responsible for his efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election. Smith insists he amassed enough evidence to win a conviction if the case had made it to trial. And he laid out a comprehensive compendium of facts he might have presented to a jury. At the same time, his report struck a defensive tone as he sought to explain why the case never made it that far. The public report is also incomplete. Its second volume, which pertains to Smith's investigation of the classified documents found at Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate after he left office in 2021, remains secret. Attorney General Merrick Garland does not intend to publicly release that portion of the report, though he wants to share it with the select lawmakers. U.S. District Attorney Judge Eileen Cannon has blocked any dissemination of it outside the Justice Department. And once the Trump is inaugurated next week and assumes control of the department, it will be easy for him to forestall any formal release of Smith's final assessment of the documents case.
Yeah, the crazy part is the second part that I always like to bring up before is the espionage charge.
Yeah.
Because he took all those secret documents, top secret documents, and he sold them to foreign people that would come to Mar-a-Lago. That's why they found empty boxes, and they know what was in those boxes. And so the only reason they didn't release that part of the report is because two people are still facing trial for it's pending trial for that. But I mean, here's a little piece of it. I'm just going to read it to you really quick. And is that all right with everyone? Mr. Trump's false claims include dozens of specific claims regarding certain states, such as large number of dead, non-residents, non-citizen, or otherwise ineligible voters that had cast ballots, or that voting machines had changed votes from Trump to vote against him. These claims were demonstrably and in many cases obviously false. I probably misread that word.
Demonstrably, it's good.
The office investigated whether Mr. Trump believed the claims he made. Or the office investigated whether Mr. Trump believed the claims he made. Evidence of the variety of sources established that Mr. Trump, evidence from the variety of sources established that Mr. Trump knew that there was no outcome determinative fraud in the 2020 election, that many of the specific claims he made were untrue, and that he had lost the election. He knew this because some of his highest ranking officials in his own administration, including the vice president, told him directly that there was no evidence to support his claims. And remember, in the report, Jack Smith says, I have enough evidence to get a conviction.
I mean, it's a slam dunk. It's easy. We all saw it. I mean, as many people deny this, everybody saw exactly what happened. They showed us. They also have, I think it's a recording of him saying, "Will you find 12,874 votes?" Something like that. The exact, like 4 more votes than what he needed to win in Georgia. On top of that, they have 7 different states that have filed charges against fake electors that his people sent in to act as real electors for the state. You know what I mean? It's all there. There's no issue in getting a conviction. We all saw what he did at the same time on January 6th when he came out and said, "Hey, make sure you guys come out here. It'll be wild." Everyone saw this stuff. It's not like this is anything like new.
No, I mean, and all the people a lot of people that were around him also are in this report. They said what truly happened. But right now, it doesn't even matter anymore. This report should have came out at least 2 years ago.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You wait. This report comes out. What is it? It came out Tuesday, three days before
he's about to get sworn in.
Sworn in. Whatever. So no matter what you find in this, now, I mean, a lot of people, if you read it and you decide you want to hear the truth, you know you've been duped. You know the election wasn't stolen. But now it's too late. But now you have to live with this. Now you have a man that tried to overthrow the government.
That's not. I mean, that's crazy.
And now you elected him.
That's crazy.
To be your dictator in chief for the rest of your life. And now he's backtracking on a bunch of campaign promises that was the reason you voted on him. I mean, he gonna get the gays out of there. He gonna get the blacks,
and he also gonna get the migrants out. They voted for him. Oh, this is purely over holding on to something that you can't hold on to. This is over. It's gonna slip through your hands.
Yeah, but why do I mean? People always think they're like, oh, it's over. You know, this one. No, these people, their ancestors took this country. They killed, they raped, they pillaged. However they had to do it, they took this country. You know, it wasn't fair and square, but they took it. So I don't know why everybody thinks that they were going to sit around and let the colored people take over, take it back. Look, they have to control their own destiny. And so I don't knock them. And if we sat around, what's
the old school saying? Power concedes nothing.
And now now we're back into an era where, think about this. They're going to make it so untrue stuff you can pass it as true. Look, the people that get to write the history are the ones that got the victory. All right. Absolutely. And so there's going to be a lot of bad stuff that's going to go on. And that's why they're going to let a lot of misinformation happen. So you don't even know what's true or not.
Elon Musk come out and saying that anyone who gets caught on X, what did he say about pushing false narratives or pushing things that aren't true? He wants to come out and say that now after they've done that during the whole election, because he understands that now that you're in power, all the darts are now pointed at you. Everything's going to go against you.
They're doing that on all the websites, bro. So it doesn't make Donald Trump look bad.
No, I mean, because that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, okay, right now first he wasn't in office, so everything was pointed at what Biden did. Didn't matter what Trump did. He wasn't president right then and there.
Well, think of it. I mean, it's going to be stupid lies like, hey, some guy just ran up into a black church and killed 20 black people, right? They'll be like, fake news. No, here's the video. No, it's a fake video. AI. They have the choice to say what is and what isn't real anymore.
I mean, and I think that's why you start looking at the group of three. We look at Bezos, Zuckerberg, and Elon Musk. That group of three right there, we have to really pay attention to what they're doing. They're going to be sitting together at the inauguration. They're all going, I won't say they're going together, but they'll be sitting together by each other.
And I like to say this to people, Republicans, well played. You know what I'm saying? The Democrats are weak. It's a weak party. They prioritize immigrants and the LGBT community before everything. And
I won't say that. I don't believe that at all, but go ahead.
No, okay, that's right.
No.
No.
Not
Not
the
whole LGBT. Not all of them, but trans rights. That was the main thing.
The first part is what I hold umbrage with. The second part,
regardless, somebody tried to. Donald Trump tried to overthrow the United States government. They waited to the last year, after 3 years, to try to prosecute him, to give him time to let everybody live in power, to ruin your life. And it was effective enough to the point where your lives were ruined just a little bit in misinconvenience that you thought it would be good to go back to this other person who lied to you, because he did try to overthrow the election. He said the election was fair and he knew it. He did a bunch of shady stuff, and now he's back in power. This man conned you. The paperwork is there. Yep. It's the evidence. You don't have to accept it because it doesn't matter, but it's there. But at the end of the day, he's the commander. He's the dictator in chief now.
Absolutely. I mean,
that's exactly how Hitler got. My bad, I cut you. That's how Hitler got into power. He ran. He did a bunch of stuff. They didn't let him in, but he was still around. They let him be around, and he got to come back and double back. I'm not saying Donald Trump is Hitler. I'm just saying the tactics.
I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, when you start listening to the things that he's saying and the things that he's probably going to do and what he tried to do the first time, if he didn't have people in the room willing to tell him no, like I forget. I think his name was Mark Esther or something like that. I forget who he was. I think he was like. Either he was the defense secretary, I think, Mark something. I don't remember his last name. But this is when all the Black Lives Matter protests were going on. This is the one in Washington, D.C. He went out there. He asked him, he said, can we have the National Guard shoot the protesters in the legs? He asked him if the defense secretary would have said yes. Like, this new guy would not say he wouldn't. He was like, I wouldn't. I was there on that day. He didn't answer the question whether he would do what the president said or not? He didn't answer the question because he's a lackey. Go look at who he's putting in office. He's putting a bunch of lackeys who will do exactly what they're told because they don't have any background in it. It's crazy. If you guys would have watched, if you guys get a chance, go back and watch our live on the committee for the defense secretary to be in. So go back and watch that, man. It's crazy, man, because this dude has no real background in any of the things that he's running for right now. Or he's trying to be put on for the committee for right now.
Yeah, no, he's not. Look, he's never led a battalion. That's the whole thing. He was a weekend. He's a weekend co-host. He was in the National Guard, or did he serve? He's never.
I think he was in the National Guard. He was in the National Guard.
General. You know what I'm saying? He's not, his rank. People that don't know about the military, his rank ain't high enough to be where he's at
all. He's not even a general. He's not any of those things.
He's nothing.
Dude said he's never run.
I don't knock nobody that serves, but for this. Yeah, I'm a knock
position. They asked him today. I know we're kind of getting off.
You know who needs to be the head of the Department of Justice, or not Department of Justice, the DOD, Department of Defense, like he does.
Who?
Or somebody that looks dead in their eyes, that walks straight with a certain pace, and he wears a suit and keeps his hat under his arm.
Not a partisan hack. This dude's a partisan hack at best, man. I mean, he's got all kind of serious charges put against him. This isn't new. They're like, oh, this is new stuff. 2017, he had sexual. We should get it. We'll get into that later.
These days, like that stuff's all. I mean, that stuff's. Let's not get too deep in it, but these days, that kind of accusation ain't gonna fly no more.
Really, he paid off the person. Like it was actually he paid him off. This was happened in 2017 before any of this newfound fame that he's about the Department of Justice, any of this stuff, Department of Defense. I'm sorry, even came into light. So this is nothing to do with what he had going on.
To do that, they tell him to do that. They're like, look, man, this person's trying to sue you. You can take it to court. I'm telling you, hey, you can Google it. They tell a lot of them to do it.
I'm not saying they don't tell. I'm not saying that people don't. I'm not saying that it even happened. I'm saying that he paid this off before he even had any kind of inkling that he would be going. He wasn't even in politics at this point in time at all. He hasn't been in politics. He probably wasn't even a newscaster on Fox at that time.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So you're not just paying off something at that point in time if it's not true. If it's categorically not true, hold on. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to hash this out. I'm not giving you nothing. I'd rather go to court on it, especially something like that.
A lot of, yeah, I mean, it depends.
That's just me.